rivalry's kept its tradition, but the game now is all Y2K. Josh Heupel and the Sooners lead the Big 12 in passing. Major Applewhite and the Longhorns score 41 points a game. It's the first Red River shootout of the new millennium. Next. The 95th edition of the Red River Shootout has national implications. ABC Sports welcomes you to Burger King College Football today. It is 10th ranked Texas and 12th ranked Oklahoma. If you have grown up with it, there are goosebumps on your arm. If you haven't and this is your first time, fasten your seatbelts and put your seat in the upright and locked position. We are in for a wild ride. I don't think there was a lot of question about Major Applewhite getting this start this week.
Yeah, and talking to the head coach for Oklahoma earlier this week, Bob Stoops, he said, no doubt about it, I think he's the most underrated quarterback in college football, Sean.
Hard to argue against that. Oklahoma won the toss and deferred as they did last week in their game against Kansas and stopped the Jayhawks 3 and out. On first down, Applewhite gives to Hodges-Mitchell. He does not have much. And here's an offensive line that loves its baby back ribs. They've actually trimmed down this year to an average 329 pounds per man. Leonard Davis, the dancing bear, will be a first-round pick. Hodges-Mitchell, you saw on the first carry, a career-high 204 yards on the ground for Texas. After a gain of a little more than a yard, second and long for Applewhite, and this player will not get up.
Rush to the snap. False start. Up the 5-yard penalty.
An unheralded group. Freshmen don't have a great history of producing big in this game, say maybe Brian Westbrook a couple of years ago, but Corey Klein is a good one. At linebacker, Marshall is a stud. You will love watching Rocky Kalmus play, playing with a ton of injuries. J.T. Thatcher had 3 interceptions last week, but Roy Williams is playing as well as any safety in the country right now. Second and 13 now after the penalty for Applewhite. They'll try Mitchell again, and he's got nothing. Texas has struggled on third downs early this year, and this is going to be a 3rd and 15 on their first third down try. It's complete to one of the true freshmen, Roy Williams. He's got about 6.
Oklahoma, they're going to have to put pressure on Applewhite, harass him in the pocket.
Texas has had a bunch of kicks blocked in the last couple of years. J.T. Thatcher will let this one roll. 37-yard punt, but he has emerged at age 22 as one of the premier quarterbacks now in the country.
And Heupel's had some great work in the offseason with former Heisman runner-up Chuck Long, and Heupel operated even higher efficiency in the 2000 season.
If you've been in a time capsule, how bizarre must it be to see Oklahoma open in the shotgun, and on their opening play, Josh Norman has a first down. Chili's starting lineups on the Oklahoma side is underappreciated group, a lot of them playing new positions. They are typified by Bubba Bertram, a former walk-on who is now a captain and the leader of this offensive line. Quentin Griffin will start. He will split time with the true freshman Ronaldo Works. Andre Woolfolk is a playmaker in a very underrated group, the senior Josh Heupel, who had a brilliant start to this game 1 year ago, hitting 11 of his first 12 as Oklahoma jumped to a 17-0 first quarter lead. Heupel over the middle has Antoine Savage, and he's close to another Oklahoma first down. A slow starting group for Texas. Hampton is one of the best in the country, but his partner Sean Rogers remains sidelined. That means the freshman Marcus Tubbs will make another start at the tackle spot. D.D. Lewis gets all the attention, but Texas coaches will tell you Everett Rawls is every bit his equal. Very talented group in the secondary. Jackson is healthy again. Quentin Jammer has an NFL future. Back-to-back first downs for Heupel out of the shotgun to begin. They try the middle screen, and this one is open for him. Savage. Second and short. This could be a fun play for Heupel. It's the tight end Trent Smith who goes in motion. Heupel's got a couple of choices here. Flares it out a little too far for Trent Smith. See the extraordinary numbers Texas has put up defensively, leading the Big 12 in third down defense. Heupel going to go for the end zone. Got a man. Touchdown. Andre Woolfolk on a perfectly thrown ball by Josh Heupel, and just like a year ago, Oklahoma strikes quickly.
Work by quarterback and wide receiver.
Duncan will add the extra point. Did I tell you to fasten your seatbelts? We are just getting warmed up. Josh Heupel is already warm. Oklahoma by 7.
And a nice play by Woolfolk on the outside.
Sitting on your couch thinking this is an instant replay of the start from 1 year ago. Out to the 18-yard line, and Applewhite has plenty of time. And up close to a first down is Artie Ellis.
That's going to be a key game out west.
Hodges Mitchell buried again, and talked about the difficulties. His first 3 carries this year have netted -4. Applewhite to throw. Incomplete, but this play was blown down. It was
Running the snap. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Texas failed on their first third down try. Applewhite has Hodges Mitchell over the middle. If he can beat the one man, he'll have a shot at it. He does. Bounces off the second and has a first down. Derek Strait, the cornerback. It is difficult for everybody to pivot, especially defensively, and get your footing on the wet field. And again, Oklahoma stacks against the run, which will flow every year on Texas State Fair weekend. Applewhite being chased. Just gets rid of it. Won a national championship with Steve Spurrier. Another third and long for Applewhite. This time over the middle. He's going to be close to that first down. Mike Jones, the tight end.
With the rain makes it doubly tough. This is really tough on the skill position athletes.
Thatcher will let it go. Takes a little bitty Texas roll. Down to the 23-yard line, was Texas lost the #1 ranking the following week and never regained it. That was 16 years ago. Heupel off to the great start. Now it's a 2nd and long for the first time. He's going to have a 3rd long for the first time. We head to New York in the driver's seat now. Facing a 3rd and long for the first time. Heupel thinks about running for it. Great decoy. He finds Griffin for a first down. Led the Big 12 in total offense, passing, touchdown passes a year ago. What a start he is off to for the 2nd straight year in the Red River shootout. They lose 2. Heupel, the shovel pass, which they use so effectively. Griffin popped several big plays with it last week, and he's got one here. 26 yards on the catch and run. Quentin Griffin, 90% of his receiving yards are yards after the catch. Now he'll try some yards after receiving the ball. He is close to another first down near the 30-yard line. His team has had the lead in every single game. Heupel on the sneak, scored a touchdown that way last week against Kansas. Heupel on first down. Now it breaks down. Flares it off. Complete. Matt Anderson. 1st and goal now. That's Fagan, the receiver in motion, bottom of your screen. Heupel. Out of bounds, inside the 1. Trent Smith.
Picture right here, you're going to see Smith. Watch his right foot. He's going to step out of bounds. Even though he gets the football inside the cone, the right foot's out.
And now it's going to come down to at least a 3rd down play. Quentin Griffin is the setback. He'll get it on the option, and he's in. They better fire up the schooner, because Oklahoma's on a roll.
Hitting in the defensive end, 2-on-1, touchdown Sooner.
Duncan adds the extra point. They may not be #1 yet, but a performance like this could put them deep into the top 10.
They gained more yards a year ago in the first quarter than they did in the final 3 quarters of that football game.
Duncan put a bunch of them through the end zone last week against Kansas. This one is returnable. Gets to the point.
On the receiving team. Half the distance. First down.
They are now playing in the Oklahoma half of the Cotton Bowl. Well, the Sooner faithful are going to make it difficult for them. Hodges Mitchell gets a couple and has been able to tee off because Major Applewhite has been facing 2nd and long, 3rd and long the entire first quarter. Applewhite has time. And a man, great move by Montrell Flowers, and he's going to be up close to a first down, giving Majors 5 of 6 to start the ball game, but Texas still in negative numbers in rushing yards. They need at least one on third down. They're not going to get it. Roy Williams comes up to make the big play. 25 years to handle both responsibilities. J.T. Thatcher's going to have a shot to return this one. He will into Texas territory. Meets the first, but not the second, and Josh Heupel is going to be looking at a short field. There are only 13 unbeaten teams remaining in 1A football, and one of them has a 14-0 lead here. What a contrast to a week ago for Oklahoma defensively. They had a rough time against Kansas in the first half. Heupel under pressure, gets rid of it. Like a lot of his teammates, he is in much better shape in the year 2000 than he was a year ago. And it has paid off. He's got a world of time here, and a man over the middle, complete. Damian Mackey, first down and more.
Man in the secondary, you can operate at quarterback.
Quentin Griffin is ripped down. Texas needed a big play on defense, and that will do it for the first quarter. Texas gets a much-needed big play to end it, but they're down 14. ABC Sports presentation of college football will return after this message and a word from our ABC station. Texas trailed 17-0 at the end of one last year. Oklahoma with a 14-point lead and the ball, and a quarterback who's playing with a ton of confidence right now. Heupel's got a big gap. He will slide down inside the 13.
Jay Smith, the guy who played a big role, but they have been performing in this game.
Sooners are getting 8 yards of play to start the game. Longhorns need to make a big play here. Heupel going end zone again for Woolfolk, and there's the big play. Flag is down. Jammer came up with the interception. It is inevitable. Griffin is in. Duncan's extra point is perfect. And that adjective pretty much goes for the Oklahoma Sooners. Through the first quarter plus, they're up by 21. Amused by the weather, by the atmosphere, and by the circumstances of this first half. The surprise of the Big Ten to see the numbers on Applewhite. The problems have been running the ball. This one is thrown behind Mike Jones. And remember, this has not been Major Applewhite's fault, but the quarterback situation comes into play here at Texas. Applewhite throws it deep. Has a man down there, and he had it, lost it, incomplete. 2 incompletions in a row after a 5-for-6 start. Chris Sims waiting in the background, and down goes Applewhite. Torrance Marshall, the linebacker. Stockton's fourth kick, returnable for Thatcher. Stutter step, trying to get to the outside. He does, cuts back, breaks one, breaks two. He's got a shot at it.
Dead ball. Personal foul on the receiving team. 15 yards from the end of one. First down.
Also wants to keep that 3 points in his hip pocket with the big lead.
Fagan around the corner. Inside the 5. The machine keeps on rolling. Griffin's 3rd touchdown of the first half. The rest of the nation will be awakening tomorrow morning to the reality of the dominance.
Jump up quickly in big games like this. But I would have never dreamt 28-zip with 12:40 to go in the second quarter. My goodness.
It was almost unthinkable. short kick. Short return, but decent field position. Michigan is loving life. Talked about the vagaries of the polls and the BCS, so Michigan got their loss out of the way early. The change at quarterback we have been speculating upon has been made. And on his first play from scrimmage, Chris Sims completes one to the tight end Mike Jones.
He's a little bit better athlete. He can get outside the pocket, and he is developing. He's going to be a great one.
Sims rolling out of the pocket, gets rid of it. Texas 1 of 5 on third down. Barely get the play off, and they get the first down. Sims to Roy Williams. It wasn't much, but it was good enough.
Him using hand signals to the outside.
Offense.
That is a killer. That will
penalty.
double. All the Oklahoma fans are in the end of the field that the Sooners are defending here in the second quarter. A big play comes, but the wrong way for Texas. Rocky Kalmus, touchdown. And just as the Longhorns were stumbling along the ropes, Rocky delivers one right between the eyes.
To nothing if they're successful on the extra point, and Rocky Kalmus, tremendous anticipation, stepping underneath that quick slant. Wow. Heupel right on his game, and the defense has been unbelievable for the Sooners.
Another short kick into the wind by Duncan. Interception return. As you see, Major Applewhite has returned to replace Chris Sims. Quick out, flags are down as Montrell Flowers.
Illegal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
They're going to have to put a couple touchdowns on the board in a hurry here in the second quarter.
Incomplete.
The great Earl Campbell.
Applewhite.
I think it's affecting his mobility. He's going to keep on throwing from the pocket. Big hill to overcome in this game.
Cutting back was Hodges Mitchell. They have been unable to stop it as that snowball has rolled down the hill. Fair catch called for by Thatcher. It has gotten bigger and bigger, but today it's been old school Oklahoma football in the trenches where they have won every single small battle. USC. Oklahoma will be going a lot more to the ground. Griffin makes his man miss. Everett Rawls, the linebacker, and Griffin is a sophomore. They wanted to redshirt him, but they had to yank that redshirt off him last year because of injuries. He slips here, and
Plenty of time to watch the scoreboard light up in this one.
you see those numbers. Texas had only been giving up about 3.5 yards per play, about half of what Oklahoma has been able to do to them. There are
Illegal participation on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Touchdown.
Ronaldo Works, who we talked about, the true freshman, is now in as the tailback. Offset to the right of Heupel here on first down. Breaks down Heupel with plenty of time. He's got Works up close to yet another. Good light rain off and on. It has been overcast and dreary pretty much since yesterday morning. Griffin back in the game on second and short.
7 minutes and change. Texas can get something to work.
That was overruled. The ball later went back to Oklahoma. Instead, the game has completely turned the other way, and you see what Oklahoma has done. Chewing up clock. More flags.
A terrific play by Jammer.
You don't feel that rain and cold as much when you're on that Oklahoma sideline up by 35. Wolfbrook had the first touchdown in this game. Bosworth wasn't too dominating that year, was he? Heupel flares one. Complete. Josh Norman.
Norman using his size on the outside.
Works, the true freshman. Takes a big shot in the back.
As long as Heupel takes care of the football, they can mix some passing.
Luttrell tripped up at the line, falls forward.
Oklahoma still has to look at Kansas State and Nebraska and a potential matchup against either one of those teams in the Big 12 championship game.
Luttrell is inside the 10. Heupel will go shotgun on 1st and goal. End zone, incomplete. Under previous coaching regimes at Oklahoma, a lot of these players have battled through a lot of adversity, but today there has been no adversity. Touchdown, Fagan. And the eyes of Texas have been blackened at the Cotton Bowl today. He is now 6 for 6. I know we told you anything can happen in this game, but who could have imagined this? 42-0 Sooners. What a contrast at the Cotton Bowl today. I mean, two halves of the field, which traditionally are split between red and orange, with the dominance of the line on both sides of the football, and simply an unfathomable 42-0 score on the board. Major Applewhite completes a short one to Artie Ellis. The biggest margin of victory in the history of this game was 45 points. Oklahoma shutting out Texas 45-0. Look out for another one.
Pass interference on the defense. It will be a spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
Clemson coach Tommy Bowden discusses sacrifices for success. Love when the Bowdens get together. Finally a big play. Hodges-Mitchell into Oklahoma territory. And the Cotton Bowl. And the Sooner fans are waiting for it. Applewhite has all day. Has a man middle of the field. Another long pass play and a 1st down. Brandon Healy, Texas' deepest penetration of the 1st half. They've got to make it count. Applewhite, the fade, has Williams, end zone, flag flies. They got the interference call.
Pass interference on the defense. Spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
Boy, have they ever done their homework heading into this one. Applewhite on play action sails it out of the end zone. A hole that neither one of these teams has seen to practice in this year. Applewhite again. And here is 3rd and 8. And the Longhorns get something on the board. You bet they can. Hodges-Mitchell. Touchdown, Texas. Stockton adds the extra point. If there was ever a game, ever a situation, ever a rivalry in which maybe the craziest finish of all time in college football could happen, well, Texas has been an exceptional kick coverage team in the 1st half of this 2000 season. But not here. Savage to the 45.
In 3 quarters against Oklahoma.
Luttrell on 1st down.
And if the defense doesn't stiffen, things are going to look even bleaker.
Works is held up right at the 1st down marker. Their team is going to have a lot to say about the Big 12 Southwest. Works starts to the outside, knows he has to get it back in to keep that clock rolling.
Just like at the quarterback position, those things take time and they come with experience.
We'll be talking about those total yard numbers tomorrow. Here is some more experience for Works
in their pocket, not try to get the football back.
They would probably make the punt if they had to, but Luttrell gets the 1st down. They have dominated their arch rivals in the 1st half. Stay tuned for Valvoline Halftime 2000 after this message and a word from your ABC station. I don't blame them. Savage at the 7. Even kick coverage for Texas. Heupel, who had a brilliant 1st half in last year's game, might have topped that here today. He struggled in the 2nd half.
Try to narrow this huge lead if they can.
Texas did not use their timeouts when they had the opportunity late in the 1st half. Heupel's throw is almost picked off. 3rd and long. Heupel and the Sooners were 7 of 8 on 3rd down in the first half. They are 0 for 1 in the second half. Well, first time today we see Josh Ferguson, and he is a good one. This one held up by the wind, will angle out of bounds. Good field position. Major Applewhite holds 37 school records for Texas. He can pull this one off.
Up against Oklahoma State.
Applewhite hangs in there and is picked off. J.T. Thatcher had 3 interceptions last week, and he opens the 3rd quarter with his 6th of the year. Oklahoma, which went 3 and out, taking no time off the clock on their first possession, will get it right back. And Heupel's going to throw, has a man. Josh Norman caught it, dropped it, and he's got it back inside the 2. How about Griffin for his 4th touchdown of the day? There are flags down.
Offside. Defense. Penalty decline. Touchdown.
And as a result, the numbers on the scoreboard are daunting. 4 touchdowns in the Red River shootout for Quentin Griffin. 4 touchdowns by Quentin Griffin. First time a Sooner has ever had 4 touchdowns in this game against Texas. They have never scored more than 50 points in one of these games. It's the big plays, the interceptions. The difference today, every single one of them has gone Oklahoma's way. Sims in at quarterback. Chris Sims just 1 of 3. One of the incompletions was an interception for a touchdown, and he almost throws another one to Thatcher. In their first 4 games, 2nd in the nation, and 2 today that have gone for big yardage. On his away clean, Thatcher can return this one. But he lost his footing. Finally, something goes wrong for. You got to have a. Heupel throws for Wolfolk and is knocked away incomplete. And how about a fried secondary, courtesy of Josh Heupel today. Here comes the shuttle pass. Griffin gets the block he needs, and now he's got a lot of real estate and another first down.
Play that Oklahoma can go to. Looks like it's a hold on the Sooners for this early season.
Heupel's going to run for it. No hesitation. First down. Antoine Savage on a reverse, putting his body on the line. Griffin gets in trouble with the turf.
He had some real success on the ground.
The middle screen is wide open for Fagan. And he's not done.
Ready, and Heupel just picking whoever he needs on.
Have a great and experienced group of receivers. And he takes over next year. Griffin with another monstrous hole.
I know the Longhorns have missed Sean Rogers some, but that has not been the difference. Oklahoma's offensive line just flat out playing Texas.
Quentin Griffin rolling his way possibly towards a 5th touchdown. Heupel put it to the middle.
There's certainly going to be some extra room in the top 10. The Seminoles fall.
Number 5 Clemson will play a little bit later. Some of you will see that one on ABC against NC State. Heupel just tucks it.
You're sitting on a 42-point lead.
Tim Duncan will try a 37-yarder. It was wide left. Duncan has been up and down. The Longhorns' first possession, they scored on a touchdown pass from Josh Heupel, and they never looked back. 14-0 at the end of one, 42-7 at the half. Sims Pat, Boston College last week. Running the football on 2nd down. Sims, who has had a real difficult day, and it just got worse. How about Rocky Kalmus? Roll off your back and enjoy the Saturday afternoon at the Cotton Bowl.
Eternal optimism.
It's wasted on the young, is it not? Sims has it break down. He's got a man wide open. Finds him. Chad Stevens, the fullback. They have themselves a long first down.
Especially if they can come out with a win. Purdue, of course, they got that big early November matchup coming up with Northwestern.
Sims flares it out incomplete. In fact, they call him that because they don't like people like us calling them the second team offense. Sims completes one to the tight end Mike Jones. Third down has been a problem for Texas. Sims flares it out. He's got Williams, but where are they going to mark him? Short. There is the other Roy Williams, a sophomore safety who has been exceptional this year for Oklahoma. On fourth down, motion everywhere. Oh, will not get off, and then other flags will fly.
Offside on the defense, 5-yard penalty. Then we have a dead ball, personal foul on the defense, which is additional 15 yards, first down.
During that moment and not going farther than that.
Important for young Chris Sims to heed that advice, especially today when things have simply not gone well. With us, punch us up on the dish, ESPN game plan, whatever it takes. With Artie Ellis, freshman receiver in motion. Sims on second down, another quick out. Williams has got it. Third down, Hodges Mitchell cuts back, but he won't get it. And took an extra pot. Play clock down to 2. Sims going to throw it deep. He's got Williams down there, and it is knocked down by Michael Thompson. Ronaldo works, true freshman. Loses the ball, but he was
Talented tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Brent Venables, Mike Stoops.
That was Griffin.
The younger.
Camp Bay 3-2. The Vikings undefeated, one of the real surprises of the NFL season. This play has worked huge for Oklahoma today, and this might be the biggest one of all. Savage is pushed out inside the 25.
Schedule a year ago as being part of the question. A pretty soft schedule coming into this game for Oklahoma.
Luttrell puts it on the ground. Texas should have it.
Going to number 35, Seth Luttrell.
And with the game really no longer in contention, obviously.
Little I formation here for Texas. Sims under a lot of heat, and down he goes. Roy Williams coming on the safety blitz. No one's going to be quiet about this Oklahoma team. You can't keep it down. You've just won your rivalry game on national television by a huge score. It is on the ground, and guess what? Oklahoma's got it back. Michael Thompson.
Be his first choice.
He will most certainly have their attention heading into the game at Colorado next week. Quentin Griffin, a team that was in control of the Big 12 South with a win today, as Griffin has his 5th touchdown of the day. The sophomore from Aldine, Texas.
Success, especially with Quentin down near the goal line this afternoon.
Duncan adds another extra point. For the first time in the history of the Red River Shootout, one of the two teams has broken the 50-point barrier. Texas, there was a time in this game where 10, 11, 12, 13 of the Oklahoma starters would be kids from the state of Texas. He was not recruited by Texas. Duncan has the shot, doesn't get it. Ike will be caught from behind and pulled down. All they will really have to show for it is a lot of playing time for Chris Sims. Hodges Mitchell. a little problem with his rental car last time. He was hit by lightning the last time he was at Virginia Tech.
Remember, the Mountaineers gave him a lot of problems a year ago.
But nowhere near the kind of problems that Chris Sims has faced. Oklahoma in command. Back with more after a word from our ABC station.
Texas had an opportunity to maybe get back in the game towards the end of the second quarter with a touchdown or two, but Oklahoma having none of it.
Sims has time, goes end zone, incomplete, might get a flag, and we do.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
It's one of the more underrated punt return men that you'll find across the country.
They get in motion. Eichel will hand off to Quentin Griffin. I'm a little surprised it's going to play in the next couple of years. It's Fagan again in motion. Quentin Griffin still going strong. Turns the corner.
That was not the case a year ago. So it was
81 yards and 5 touchdowns for Quentin Griffin. He's going to stick on 81 here.
the lowest rushing total in Oklahoma's history in this rivalry.
Kenny Hyder moments ago scored the touchdown. Eichel out of the shotgun. As Griffin again just continues to roll up huge numbers. Around Halloween, you're thinking, do I want to take the red shirt off of there? But obviously they needed him in the stretch. Look at Eichel throwing back across his body. Trent Smith, the tight end. Inside the 2. Are they going to go back to number 22? This could be a record that stands for a while. Griffin can't get in. Griffin sitting on the edge of history. He didn't get it.
Everyone in the stadium knows where the ball's going here.
6 touchdowns for Quentin Griffin. Are they ever going to enjoy the drive back north? Complete and utter dominance from start to finish. Quentin Griffin, 6th touchdown of the day. It makes it 63-14.
Bettered that significantly.
Jimmy Stewart, backup place kicker. Puts one through the end zone. What are the ones you were?
Sean,
You probably red dogged everyone on that throwing the football through the, not realizing what a talented scholarship athlete you were. B.J. Johnson this afternoon, early and often. That's the kind of defensive, that was, by the way, Teddy Lehman, true freshman, made that tackle. Now the bench is starting to empty a little bit. Sims. Well, they had another one picked off. He
took it the other way for 6.
high snap. Stockton gets it away. Thatcher calls for the fair catch. But today, their first game away from their home campus today has been one they will be talking about.
Right of the snap. Ball starting. Offense.
For another sneak peek into a great one in West Lafayette. Now back to Dallas in the Red River Shootout.
With as much momentum as Works almost got free and he's close to a first down. This is a team that 3 hours ago still had national championship aspirations.
No, I don't think this team is as good as a lot of people thought to enter the season.
You have to feel for the seniors like Joe Walker playing in their final game here at the Cotton Bowl, the final Texas-Oklahoma game at the Cotton Bowl. Big hit by Strait as he pounds Kenny Hyder. After a first and goal, Quentin Griffin got his 6th touchdown. Sims hit as he throws. Third downs have been a problem for Texas all day. Sims running for his life. Goes it away.
Got a hold on the offense. They cancel out. Replay.
Brock Edwards, that's the true freshman tight end with his second career catch. Sims flares it out. Again, that's Brock Edwards.
All good, Sean, but you know, the game experience is where you really make the biggest step.
Incomplete.
Not go unnoticed north of the Red River, that's for sure, and I think that's why we saw Heupel in the game so long.
Sims' pass is deflected and falls incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down.
Deep to receive.
Stockton, a busy man today. How many more big plays do they have in the arsenal?
98 prior to the Stoops.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
Late in the third quarter in this game a year ago.
Works is taken down. If let's put it this way, been sitting in that tunnel. There's Works again, getting some, and they might not have to snap it again. There have been many surprises in the history of this rivalry. This is not an upset here today, but the margin of victory and the sheer dominance at the line of scrimmage has been stunning. There is a new player in the BCS title chase, and it resides in Norman, Oklahoma. An exceptional performance, start to finish. The Sooners are 5-0.
The city of Dallas belongs to the Sooners tonight.